And now introducing the Bantam Auto Parts Center, carrying the blue color of the Pines. We're going to start with number 6, Zachary McGlynn. Number 7, Katie Young. Number 10, Adam Pearson. Number 12, Everett Parker. Number 14, Gabe Shepanowski. Number 20, Keegan Maville. Number 24, Jared Van Uwenize. 26, Matthew Kling. 32, Ethan Lutz. 44, Lucas Doyle. 55, Christopher Rupert. 59, Chase Topic. 64, Hayden Atkinson. 77, Derek May. 88, Trey Postma. 92, Alex Gleason. 95, Eric Klustra. And number 99, Paul Malazia. Coached by Joey Pearson, Colin Horlbeck, Darcy Maville, Aaron Rupert, Josh and Matt Farugas. Let's hear it for APC, folks. And now back to defend their title from last year is the Bantam Toyota Campbell, dressed in the CK colors of yellow. Number 10, Andrew Carroll. Number 12, Jarrett Millard. Number 50, Brendan Bondy. Number 14, Max Cordero. Number 44, Cameron Creechin. 59, Aiden Lewis. Number 6, Nicholas McKenzie. Number 99, Tristan Mallow. Number 7, Ryan Muharram. 32, Brandon Tatsu. 55, Bennett Brown. 95, Garen Grant. Number 25, Liam Henderson. And number 89, Trevor Booth. Coaches, Matt LeBute, Shannon White, Wayne Carroll, Dean Creechin, and Griffin Peltier. Let's hear it for Toyota Campbell, folks.
Welcoming you back to the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex for more Chatham-Kent Cougars Championship football. We move on to the Bantam division. It is the APC Auto Parts Center against Campbell Toyota. Back again, it is Mike Renier from Country 92.9 FM CFCO in Chatham, and from 95.1 The Rock in Chatham, it is Michael James with us, and we've moved up to the Bantam Championship. Mike?
Yeah, the grade 7 and 8s here that you're seeing, it is Campbell Toyota receiving the kickoff. And that is a big kick return on the far side. Oh, nearly getting the edge. Looks like it was number 20, Liam Henderson on the return. Good field position here to start for Campbell Toyota.
As they are up to the 50-yard line. Nice job by Henderson. So they take over on offense. First offensive possession of this Bantam Championship game with the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Again, Campbell Toyota in the yellow jerseys and APC Auto Parts Center in the blue 50-yard line. And they start out of the shotgun. Quarterback finds an open receiver along the far side, and he struggles to get up to midfield. He gets about 4 yards or thereabouts. Millard on the pass. Liam Henderson, who got that nice run off the kickoff, he gains about 3.5 yards on first down, so it'll set up 2nd and 7 at the 53-yard line.
Yeah, Jarrett Millard there, number 12, playing quarterback this evening for Campbell Toyota.
Millard on the handoff. They run it right up the middle, trying to get to the 50-yard line, doing so successfully and crossing the 50. Brendan Bondy, number 50, sizable running back for Campbell Toyota. And he is about a yard shy of the first down. So this looks like it's going to be about a 3rd and short one for the first down here for Campbell Toyota.
Yeah, probably pretty safe to say you can expect a run here.
And run they do. Second effort will give Campbell Toyota the first down. Brandon Tatsu on the carry, getting past the 45-yard line. So a fresh set of downs here for Campbell Toyota as they march well into APC territory.
Good run there from Tatsu. Actually looked like he had some contact with a couple defenders behind the line of scrimmage, but good hard running from Tatsu, broke a couple arm tackles and easily gained the first down and more.
Offense looking good this far here, just 2.5 minutes in for Campbell Toyota. And the first clock stoppage off the start of this football game.
It looks like that's Jared Van Wenheise getting helped off. Van Uwenheise, I'm told, walking off the field under his own power.
First and 10 out of the shotgun, a low snap.
Flag on the play.
Jared Millard able to dig it out of the turf, but a flag will blow this play dead. This will be on the offense, so 5 yards against Campbell Toyota. This will knock the football back to the 50-yard line for the boys in yellow. So first and 15 coming up here with 9:22 remaining in quarter number 1.
Well, you know it's getting a little bit chillier outside when Jeff puts on the earmuffs.
Our longtime cameraman, very focused, Jeff Brooks. First and 15 for Campbell Toyota. Little end around here for Campbell Toyota, and a lot of room to move here for the running back, number 20, crossing the 35-yard line. Good speed. And Henderson, we've called his name now 3 times in this football game. Liam Henderson with a big gain on first and 15.
And Keegan Laville.
Looked like Henderson might have been lined up in the slot position there, and then they brought him back against the formation. And as you mentioned, Mike, a nice big gainer on that far side. It's only just 2 yards needed for a first down here. Big run from Henderson, and he's obviously got some speed to boot.
12-yard run for Henderson, second and 3. Swing pass off to that far side, just inside the sideline. Looks like this is going to be plenty for a first down for Campbell Toyota. Shoved out of bounds past the 30-yard line up to around the 23.
Swing pass to Aiden Lewis.
Pardon me, the 26-yard line.
A first down.
Under 8 to play in quarter number 1.
Ball's on the APC 27-yard line, first down.
So Campbell Toyota, the mix of pass and run so far, this first offensive drive of the football game. A fresh set of downs for Campbell Toyota as they keep it on the ground. And
Brendan Bondi on the carry.
Bondi gets the carry once again. Minimal gain.
Van Uwenheise on the tackle that time. So good to see him come back in the game. Again, my apologies to the Van Uwenheise family for the mispronunciation of the name.
No Christmas card for you. Dropping a yard on that one on the ground. So second and a long 11 coming up.
I was quite happy to see everybody get a good chuckle out of that in the booth as well. That was lovely.
We're all friends here, Michael. On second and long, quarterback with a short pass to number 6, Nicholas McKenzie on the reception, and some yards after the catch there as he comes back to the 25-yard line. A short pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards. We'll set up third down. 7 or 8 here coming up here for Campbell Toyota. On 3rd and 7, they keep it on the ground. Second effort. Running back runs into a bunch of blue jerseys. That's going to be plenty short of the first down, so a 4th down coming up here now for Campbell Toyota as they look to be about 3 or 4 yards shy.
Yeah, that was the quarterback, Jared Millard, calling his own number there.
4th down and 3.
It was a fake toss and looked like it was a planned quarterback keeper. He took it around that left side over there between the guard tackle, and a decent pickup, but a key 4th down here, Mike, as you mentioned, 4th and 3. So far, this pretty good drive here to start off this game for Campbell Toyota, and they're going to go for it.
From the 20-yard line of APC, they keep it on the ground. The big running back, number 32, trying to fight for those 3 yards, and the first down.
Brandon Tatsu fights for a few yards.
Tatsu on the carry. We'll see where they spot it from this angle. Looks pretty close, but it looks like they're going to move the chains, and that is going to be a first down run by Brandon Tatsu. So he used all of his frame to churn and fight for those 3 or 4 yards that he needed for the chains to move.
Yeah, nice little spin move there, too, in the backfield to elude a would-be tackler, and almost felt like I was pushing the A button on my Sega joystick there with that spin move.
Blast from the pass there. Quarterback dropping back to pass in a little bit of trouble, trying to find an open receiver, and tipped away at the last moment as Tatsu almost found an open man heading towards the end zone, but a nice defensive move there by APC, knocks the football away and brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, nice play there from number 32, Ethan Lutz. Get his hand in there at the last moment. Looked like that was going to be a completion, but Lutz with the nice play gets his hand in there and knocks that ball down.
Second down and 10, 15-yard line of APC is Campbell Toyota knocking on the door still. Nice drive here offensively for them as they keep it on the ground. But the running back runs right into a couple of APC defenders and doesn't go anywhere on 2nd down and long as Bondi had the carry. Nice defensive job there, though.
Yeah, and again, number 32, Ethan Lutz. Nice job.
That brings up a 3rd.
Comes screaming up to make the tackle. Good form tackle. Gets the shoulder into the middle of that chest plate and wraps his arms and drives him back. Good couple tackles there on consecutive plays from Ethan Lutz for that APC Auto Parts Center team.
So this is a 3rd and 14 situation now for Campbell Toyota as they run it right up the middle. And Trevor Booth, 89, gets the carry. On 3rd and 14, barely making a dent, so still 4th down coming up here and a long way to go. First down would be the 4-yard line.
4th down and 13.
4th and 13. And they will go with it here with, I'm sure, aspirations of 6 points. So they pitch it off to the running back, a fumble there, picking up his football, and now a throw towards the end zone. It is picked off, and an interception will bring the football to APC Auto Parts Center. Will take over deep in their own zone, and there is an injury on the field deep in his own zone for APC, trying to find the number of the injured player right after the interception took place.
Just waiting to get a number on the player that's down. It was the defender that actually picked off that pass.
Keegan Melville. Slow to get up deep in his own territory.
There we go, and he's on his feet. That's good to see. Might have just had the wind knocked out of him. He did take a pretty good shot there after the interception.
So hopefully Keegan won't be out of action for too long here in this football game. His team takes over the football after that interception as Campbell Toyota ate up a lot of clock here in this first quarter. And that drive looked promising up until that INT. So now it's APC will take over offensively. And a lot of real estate in front of them. First and 10 from their own 13-yard line. in the Bantam Championship game. And Auto Parts Center keeping it on the ground on 1st and 10. They get a little bit of positive yardage right up the middle. And that is Christopher Rupert on the carry.
Christopher Rupert with the carry.
2-yard pickup for Rupert.
Tatsu after a 3-yard gain. Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd down and a long 7.
1:40 to play in quarter number 1 in the Bantam Championship here with the Chatham-Kent Cougar Finals Day at the Athletic Complex in Chatham. And quarterback scrambling, trying to find an open receiver, going to keep it himself, going to the outside. That is number 10, Adam Pearson,
with the keeper.
quarterback, making the most that he can with that play. So Pearson, the quarterback for APC, he gains 2 on that play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Campbell Toyota so far looks like they're defending the run pretty well, clogging up the interior of that line and not allowing really anybody to run inside.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter, 15-yard line, 3rd and 6 for APC. And they go to the air. The pass is caught along the far sideline, getting around 1 defender, actually 2 defenders, before a 3rd one brings the receiver down. And Gabe Shepanowski with the reception from Pearson.
Gabe Shepanowski with the reception from Adam Pearson.
And that's going to move the chains 1st down here for Auto Parts Centers.
Moves the ball out to APC 31-yard line.
This could be the final play of the first quarter coming up here.
It's a nicely executed play there to get that 1st down. That 1st down really key there too, Mike, because APC obviously deep in their own territory, get a fresh set of downs, and get further out of their own shadow of their own goal line.
And Pearson dishes it off to the running back. He finds a little bit of room along that far side. That is Van Uwenhuis with the carry.
Right side of the defense.
And that's going to bring the end of the first quarter. Scoreless football game. Again, a lot of time eaten up by the Campbell Toyota possession, Mike, that I think they had it for about 10 minutes almost.
Yeah, it was a long drive, but really the key was that APC was able to keep them off the board and get the ball in that interception. And now APC taking their chance at their first possession on offense. So we're really only the 2nd possession into this game and already a quarter in the books. Just amazing how quickly it flies by. And really, again, really impressed. I mentioned I was impressed in the earlier game, the Pee Wee game, how quickly the players are getting to the huddle, out of the huddle, in position, and the quality of the football that you're seeing. And then now it's carrying over to that next level of football now at the Bantam level. And the players look really sharp. They look like they're well coached. They know where they're supposed to be. They're executing the plays that are being called, and you're seeing a lot of good form in the tackling. And it's really impressive to see these age groups, how they progress and how good the football is at such an early age.
So they go to the other side of the field to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 6 for Auto Parts Center. And quarterback electing to keep the football. Adam Pearson
The fake pitch didn't fool Toyota Campbell.
Was wrapped up right away by about 3 gold shirts. And a 3rd down coming up here, 3rd and 7 from the 33-yard line. So that didn't work out for Adam Pearson and APC as well as they had drawn that one up.
Yeah, they tried to fool Campbell Toyota with a little misdirection, the fake toss, but nobody bought it, and the quarterback Pearson tackled for a loss.
So big 3rd and 7 coming up here for APC. They keep it on the ground and a good run right up the middle. This will be close to 1st down yardage here. And looks like Young got the carry there for APC. And that is going to move the chains. 1st and 10 coming up here. So a big 3rd down conversion for Auto Parts Center. Still fairly deep in their own territory.
Yeah, nice run there from Katie Young. Getting the job done on the big 3rd down conversion, and a nice hole right up the gut.
43-yard line, 10.5 to play in the first half. Again, the clock's been moving fairly consistently and constantly throughout the first part of this football game as they keep it on the ground once again.
Stop by Garrett Millard and Cam.
Millard on the stop for Campbell Toyota. Another couple of yards on the pickup there. Second down coming up here for APC. Actually a 5-yard carry. And so far we're looking at fairly long possessions here. As you alluded to at the start of the second quarter, Mike, the Campbell Toyota squad had the football for over 9.5 minutes to start this football game, and not even at midfield here for APC, and they've had the football for a fair chunk of time too. Quarterback swings it off to that far side, and that one is caught by Van Nieuwenhuis. He gets that pass from Pearson, and that's going to bring up a third down here.
Stopped by Ryan Baharam on the play.
And about a yard shy of the first down. So 3rd and 1 coming up here for APC.
Yeah, Cameron Creechin came up to make the tackle there for Campbell Toyota.
And predictably, they just try and run that football right up the middle.
I think they lost some yardage there, really.
Quarterback sneak.
Not a lot of push. Pearson kept the football. They went with the quarterback sneak, and I think he actually went backwards a little bit.
Get the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1.
The sticks didn't move very much at all, so back to the drawing board here. 4th and about a half yard to go here for Auto Parts Center in this scoreless football game. Heading towards the midpoint of this second quarter in the Bantam Championship. Once again, they keep it on the ground right up the middle. This time it's going to move the chains, and big number 24, Van Nieuwenhuis, is called upon there to get a first down for Auto Parts Centers.
That carry does result in a first down.
And it gets right up to midfield.
Good strong run there from Van Nieuwenhuis. Just gets his shoulder pads nice and low, gets that pad level nice and low, and just drives those legs, uses that power to get through that hole, and picks up the first down and more, and keeps this drive alive for APC.
First and 10, Pearson with the football. He hands it off to the running back, trying to find a seam along the near side here, number 55 on the carry, Christopher Rupert. But he was quickly met by about 3 gold jerseys at the 53-yard line or thereabouts. So pickup of maybe 2 on that play.
Yeah, one of those gold jerseys is the quarterback, Jared Millard, came up with a nice big hit, number 12.
Second and 8. Pearson keeps the football. And now tries to find an open man, and he finds it to the 30-yard line. A nice catch by Christopher Rupert. He had some yards after the catch to the 30. And now Rupert appears to be shaken up after being taken down by a couple of Campbell Toyota defenders. He is not quick to get up, but he shakes off the referee, saying he's fine. He gets up under his own power. And a big reception there, and good job by Rupert. And a nice throw, too, by Pearson to get him the football.
And you know what? That was a great job by Pearson, because he held on to it till the final second that he could, waited for his receiver to come open, and then threw a perfect pass right into his arms, and Rupert did the rest. It was a big 25-yard gainer there, and good job by Rupert. Just couldn't pull away from that defense, and did get slammed down pretty hard at the end of that tackle. So he leaves the field, but under his own power. So, again, always good news. And whenever you see the player get slammed down like that, most times it's just getting the wind knocked out of you. So expect to see Rupert back shortly. We'll keep an eye on his return to the field.
Chatham-Kent Cougar finals. Bantam division. And still a scoreless football game as APC keeps it on the ground. A big gain Is keeping that one. Van Nieuwenhuis on the carry.
Flag on the play.
But there is some laundry on the field here.
That's going to be a late hit out of bounds. Number 24, Van Nieuwenhuis with the carry, and then the late hit coming from Brandon Tatsu, number 32, I believe it was. And there it is, 15-yard penalty. So you can tack that on. We'll have a, looks like we're going to be first and goal.
On Toyota Campbell. It's going to move the ball another 15 yards. That's going to put the ball on Toyota Campbell's 5-yard line. First down, APC.
Ball the way to the 5-yard line now for Auto Parts Centers. Helped by that penalty call. And now they keep it on the ground, trying to punch it in to the end zone. But Campbell Toyota with some nice defensive pressure there. Rupert got the call on the ground that time, but the D for Campbell Toyota stopping him.
Taken down by Brandon Tatsu after a gain of a couple.
Just when he got up there, it looked like it might have been 59, Chase Topic with the carry there. And as you mentioned, Mike, held up short. Brings up a second and goal. Looks like we might have a timeout here.
Timeout, APC.
Auto Parts Centers getting the timeout there with 5:11 to go in the first half. After a 9.5-minute possession for Campbell Toyota that ended in an interception deep in the offensive zone. This is a very similar drive here for Auto Parts Center. Pretty much the same time that they've had the football. Again, here they are deep in Campbell Toyota territory in the 4-yard line.
I can't ever remember seeing two teams start with the football and hold it for so long to start a football game. This is only the second offensive possession in total in this football game. The very first offensive possession for APC, Auto Parts Centers.
In any level of football. I have not seen this either.
Yeah, this is, wow, this is some great football that we're seeing from both sides here.
Second and goal from the 4-yard line for Auto Parts Centers. Quarterback swinging off to his right and now hauled down by Campbell Toyota. And Tristan Malo with
Tristan Malo stops Adam Pierce with
the sack. There is a flag coming out, though. Came flying out soon as Malo brought down the quarterback, Adam Pearson. And it looks like it is going against Campbell Toyota. And I would assume it's half the distance to the goal here.
That's right. It was a personal foul. It was a horse collar. So a fresh set of downs negates that good play. And APC didn't fool anyone on that one. Pearson kept the football, but the defense for Campbell Toyota coming up big there, but unfortunately called for that penalty.
Once again, they keep it up the ground, up the middle, and another flag comes out. They are
flag on the play.
Celebrating perhaps a touchdown, but I'm not sure who this penalty is coming against here and whether, in fact, he did cross the goal line. It's going against APC, a procedure call.
They're calling it a tandem block, illegal block by Van Nieuwenhuis, so it's a 5-yard penalty.
That's going to make it first and goal from the 6-yard line.
So they retain their first down, but it's 1st and 6 now as they're backed up a little bit. 4:49 to play and counting in quarter 2.
Boy, this is a tall order for this Campbell Toyota defense right here to defend 1st and goal from the 6.
Pitch to the running back, trying to find some room along the near side, trying to turn the corner, but nice defense there by Campbell Toyota. And Van Nieuwenhuis couldn't do much with the football as he's actually pushed back.
Great job by Jared Millard to track him down, not allow him to get that corner, and actually brought him down for a loss on the play. So Great job from the quarterback turned defensive back on defense, Jared Millard, making the big tackle.
Went backwards by 1 yard, so now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line for APC. Still scoreless, under 4 to play in the first half. Quarterback still has the football going towards the end zone and out of the fingertips of the intended receivers. Pearson tried to shoot along that far side.
Pass knocked down.
That was a good job there from the defender as well. That pass was intended for Keegan Melville, but it was knocked down by Liam Henderson. It's 20 on 20. Henderson with a good job at that defensive back position, and looked like he got his hand on that football just as it was headed into the hands of Melville and able to knock it away.
Auto Parts Center's taking a timeout here. 3:20 to go, 2nd quarter. And time has just again flown by in this football game, probably aided by the fact that this is just the second, as Mike mentioned, just the second offensive possession of this entire game. A long, long possession to kick off the game by Campbell Toyota. They got very deep in the APC territory and got picked off inside the 10. And from there, Auto Parts Center has had the football ever since. So this is actually a longer drive than Campbell Toyota had to begin the game, 9.5 minutes. This is more than that.
Yes, it is, and it's really hard to believe. You just wonder if we missed something here.
We possibly blacked
to
out.
only have 2 possessions so far in this entire game, 1 for each offense, with only 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half is just unreal.
3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line for Auto Parts Centers. And towards the end zone, and is this one picked up almost in and out of the hands? Juggled by Brandon Tatsu as he had an interception gift wrap for him right there, but I don't think he was expecting it and kind of fumbled the football in the end zone. And that drive could have easily ended like the other drive did.
Yeah, it certainly could have. It looked like almost like he and one of his fellow defenders both kind of got their hands on it and maybe knocked it out of each other's hands, unfortunately, for them and Campbell Toyota's defense. But, well, one more play they've got to make here on 4th down. It's been a great stand so far from Campbell Toyota deep in their own end. Let's see if they can complete it here on this big 4th down.
Under 2.5 to play in the 2nd quarter. Pearson gives it to the running back, heading towards the end zone, trying to get past the goal line. And it's going to be very close, but he does not get into the end zone. Stopped just short. But
wow, that was a huge tackle from Liam Henderson. It looked like Van Uwenhuis was going to get around that corner, and Henderson comes up with a touchdown-saving tackle. 2 plays in a row. Henderson makes big, big plays and keeps them out of the end zone. And now Campbell Toyota going to take over deep in their own end.
Unbelievable couple of possessions here to kick off this football game. Campbell Toyota now has the football, their own 4, after APC was unable to punch it in for a major score.
Toyota Campbell begins their 2nd offensive series of the half at their own 4-yard line.
1:54 to go in the first half here in a Campbell Toyota football. Very, very deep in their own zone, 4-yard line after that defensive stand as they keep it on the ground. And a good job getting some yardage there by Tatsu. As he comes all the way to around the 15-yard line, so about an 11-yard pickup there for Tatsu and Campbell Toyota out of the immediate danger zone.
Yeah, good hard running there from Tatsu. Tatsu almost looks like he's running angry. if you will. Just almost kind of looking for contact right at the end to see if he can't punish some defenders.
He is a sizable running back for sure, and he has a presence on the field, and they keep it on the ground once again, does Campbell Toyota. Getting about half the distance to the first down, but a 5-yard run. And Brendan Bondi on the carry there. So 2nd and 5 as they get up to the 20-yard line. 1:22 and counting to go in the second quarter. Still a scoreless football game. A high snap. Quarterback retrieves it. He's got a lot of pressure behind him. Throws the football in the air, and that one intended for Brendan Bondi.
Pass intended for Brendan Bondi.
Who's quite tall, and he still wasn't able to bring that football down. It was over his head by a couple of feet. Falls incomplete. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
And you know what? It wasn't that far off, really, and Bondi had the height advantage over the defender there, but just slightly overthrown. We'll see if they go to that play again, because he certainly had the height advantage there over the defensive back and had a good shot at making that catch.
1 minute and 2 seconds to go in the first half. Campbell Toyota taking a timeout here.
Well, we've mentioned how balmy it is here. Great night for football. Only 13 degrees out there right now, 55 Fahrenheit.
Nice evening for football, clear skies. Off the timeout, under a minute to play. A little reverse action here for Campbell Toyota. They keep it on the ground along that far side. Some nice yards here. On the ground, still on the feet, past the 40-yard line, tackled around the 42. And Henderson able to scamper for quite a few yards, and now he looks winded as he takes a breather around the 40-yard line. He's all right, shakes that off. And 50 seconds remaining in the first half. So Henderson gets his team going here offensively.
Yeah,
well
nice.
Under a minute to play in the first half, Mike.
Sorry about that, Mike. Nice scamper from Henderson there, and had he been able to turn it up to the next gear there, might have been able to cut it all the way across the field for a big gainer. A good job from the Auto Parts Center defense.
And now they're going to run the football right to midfield and beyond. This could get a little interesting here, past the 40 to around the 35-yard line. Great job by Brandon Tatsu as he grabbed the football from the quarterback, looked to pass it himself behind the line of scrimmage, kept it, and ran almost half the length of the football field. Great job by Tatsu. But we're down to 15 seconds to go in the second quarter.
There was that A-button spin move that we saw earlier in the game as well. Great run from Tatsu, and then punishing defenders right at the end of it again.
Here's Tatsu with the football, looking to pass it, and in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. And Bondi, the intended receiver. A lot of clock taken off the scoreboard with that latest play. We're down to just 3.6 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the APC 35.
So we'll see if they try a Hail Mary.
Yeah, whether it be, perhaps Hail Mary, some trickery. We see a reverse, maybe a hook and ladder. They try a couple laterals, perhaps. Really depends on how strong the arm is. And now it's Tatsu at running back, so maybe he's got the stronger arm, and they throw it up to the end zone.
Here he is, and now he gets taken down at the last moment by number 7. Katie Young takes him down.
On the quarterback sack. And Trey Postman involved.
Not easy to take down Brandon Tatsu, certainly quickly as Young did.
And that brings us to
but with that quarterback sack, it is the end of the first half, and there are no points on the scoreboard, thanks largely in part to a lot of time taken on the clock by 2 drives. One by both teams. Campbell Toyota had the football to kick off the game, about 9.5 minutes. In over 10 minutes, the ensuing possession by APC. An interception and a turnover on downs ending both of those drives. So we're 0-0 at halftime in this Bantam Championship with the Chatham-Kent Cougars with Campbell Toyota and Auto Parts Centers. So, Michael, again, an entertaining game, just nothing much on the board to show for it.
Yeah, it was a well-played first half. There's no doubt about that. We saw both offenses make plays and hold the ball for a really long time, but when it came right down to it, the defenses came up with the big stops when they needed to, and that's why we've got no score. It was a bend but don't break defense from both squads, and we'll see if that changes in the second half.
Campbell Toyota and Auto Parts Centers, a scoreless football game, the Bantam Championship with the Chatham-Kent Cougars here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Back with more the second half in a moment with TV Cocheco. Second half underway in this Bantam Championship. And Campbell Toyota kicking it away to Auto Parts Center. They will have the football from their own 40-yard line, and that one corralled by Trey Postma.
Yeah, good job by Postma jumping on top of it. And because that ball is live as soon as it goes 10 yards. So Postma does the right thing, jumps on top of it, doesn't attempt to pick it up and run with it, because you just never know what kind of mishap you can encounter trying to pick up football as you're running. Just too unpredictable.
A scoreless football game, but two very long drives, one for each team in the first half, not resulting in any points. On 1st and 10, Auto Parts Center keeping it on the ground. The pile not really moving much at all. And pretty much the football just comes back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10 coming up. Adam Pearson kept the football.
Yeah, the QB, too much pressure in the pocket, couldn't do anything with it, and just decided to tuck it and try to run it up the middle for as much as he could get, and as much as he could get was 1 yard. So nice job there from the Campbell Toyota defense.
Once again, they run it up the gut. The pile moves a bit close to the 45-yard line.
APC pushes the ball up the center once again.
3rd and 6 coming up here. 44-yard line is where the football is.
3rd down, 6.
Quarterback Pearson looking downfield, and the defense for Campbell Toyota swarming to take the quarterback down. So Pearson sacked, and a 4th and long coming up here, about a 4th and close to 10 for APC.
Yeah, Adam Pearson wanted to drop back and look for a receiver. He just didn't have enough time. Big number 50, Brendan Bondi, breaking through the offensive line and coming up with the sack. So 4th and long now. Looks like 4th and 11. Oh, excuse me, 4th and 9. And they're going to punt this one away. It looks like APC is.
Kick is up. Some good air underneath, and it goes out of bounds along that far side around the 50-yard line of Campbell Toyota. So that's who will take over. Close to midfield, 9:02 to go in this third quarter.
So yeah, that punt going out of bounds, where they mark it, that punt net's about 10 yards.
Excuse me, take over on APC's 50-yard line.
So not nearly as long a drive to start off the second half. Mike, as you mentioned, that first half just unreal. The first two drives combining for well over 18 minutes of that first half of football. Unreal.
Now Campbell Toyota will try and take advantage here. Quarterback keeping the football, going right up the middle, trying to get to midfield. Stopped about a yard short from that, up to around the 54.
Ethan Lutz on the stop.
Jared Millard keeping the football himself.
And Trey
Lutz at the stop.
But Jared Millard is able to gain 4
Gleason
yards.
and Postma in there too.
Make it second
On the
and
tackle,
1.
and some good hitting down there on that one. You could definitely hear that up in the booth. You got to figure the intensity going to ratchet up down on that football field now into the second half of this championship football game.
High snap, but Millard able to grab the football. A short pass off to his right, getting almost all the first down yardage needed, about a yard or two short. Setting up a short third down. Nice reception there by number 6, Nicholas McKenzie on the catch.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2 from the APC 42.
3rd down and 2.
Yeah, nice job there by McKenzie after that reception, spinning around quickly and getting upfield with that football and turning it into a pretty good gain and a manageable 3rd down and distance.
Millard hands it off to the running back. This will be first down and a lot more. Number 50 on the carry as Brendan Bondi takes the rock and moves the chains for Campbell Toyota.
Stopped by Katie Young.
Yeah, Bondi didn't look like he got touched until he got to the second level there. And one of the better runs that we've seen so far in this game from Campbell Toyota offense.
Once again, they keep it on the ground. And Tatsu has the football up to around the 25-yard line, or very close to it. Nice first down run. This will be about a 2nd and 3 coming up now.
7-yard run brings up 2nd down 3. Injury timeout.
And Tatsu's taking a knee there, so Tatsu a little bit shaken up at the end of that run, it looks like.
Needs a bit of help coming off the field, so lower body injury here for Brandon Tatsu as he's favoring one of his legs. Hopefully for Campbell Toyota's sake, he's not out for too long because he's been quite the offensive force in their first little bit of this football game.
Yeah, that's the one downside when you have that hard running style. You become a little bit more susceptible to injury because of all the contact that you encounter with that style.
2nd and 3, another reverse happening here. They keep it on the ground, and nice stop by APC on defense. A very minimal gain as Henderson tried to hurdle over one of the defenders for APC to get a couple of extra yards, but he was stopped primarily at the line of scrimmage. He might have got half a yard gain there. Good defense, sniffing that play out right from the get-go and stopping Henderson. 3rd and 3, 25-yard line. Game is still scoreless. Once again, they keep it on the ground. Campbell Toyota trying to fight for that first down. It's going to be close,
up the middle,
as Bondi had the ball that time around.
By a whole host of APC defense.
And that is going to be enough for a first down. So just getting enough, moving the chains up to the 20-yard line.
Boy, with a lot of these players playing both ways, you just wonder how long it's going to be before these team members really start to fatigue and wear down on defense. I mean, these offensive drives have been so long, and we still have no points on the board. These defenses have got to be getting winded.
4.5 to play in the third quarter as they go to the air, and that one thrown behind the receiver and almost picked off. That one intended for 50, Brendan Bondy. That one was behind him. And again, APC, a couple of defenders in the very near vicinity, almost picking that one off.
Yeah, it was actually a good job, I think, by Bondy there. He became a defensive back, just trying to knock that down so that the defender couldn't pick it off.
They have a little miscommunication right off the snap, but still able to get the ball to the running back as Brendan Bondy finds some room along the far sideline. And a first down with Bondy.
Nice job there. Looked like maybe that might have been a planned delayed handoff, but it looked like maybe Jared Millard had a little trouble with it to start and then corralled it, and looked like the defense from APC bid on what looked to be a pass attempt, and then Millard just handed it off to Bondy on the delayed handoff, and there was a lot of room on that left-hand side. Nice job picking up the first down, and they continue this drive.
First and goal to the 10-yard line for Campbell Toyota, looking for the game's first points. Again, they do with what works. They keep it on the ground.
Lewis, the ball carrier.
Lewis gets about halfway there, up to around the 5-yard line on the ground.
Stopped by Trey Postal, but not before a
just shy of the 5-6-yard line, so a 4-yard run for Lewis.
Or second down and goal from the 6.
Two and 20 to go in this third quarter. Once again, they run it right up the middle, trying to move that pile. And third down is coming up here as they still can't quite punch it into the end zone.
Yeah, Bondy coming close there, pushing that pile forward, but still not enough. Reaching out at the end there to try and get it across that goal line. And it looks like now we've got a timeout from Campbell Toyota.
Third down coming up here for Campbell Toyota. They're talking it over here. 2:02 remaining in the third quarter and still a 0-0 tie.
A quick reminder, all football equipment must be returned this evening.
Third down and goal from the 5. A little trickery as they give it to the running back, Tatsu. Tatsu tried to throw it in for a touchdown, but it falls incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 5 here for Campbell Toyota.
Nice to see Tatsu back in the game after leaving a couple plays earlier. Getting shaken up on a run.
4th and goal from the 5.
Fourth and 5 going forward is Campbell Toyota trying to find that major score and get on the board first. And do they get in? It is a touchdown for Campbell Toyota. And Brandon Bondy punches it in for the game's first points.
Brendan Bondi with
Bondi makes it 6-0, finally breaking up the scoreless tie with 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Took a long time, but we finally were able to break up the goose eggs, and a nice effort there by Brendan Bondi to just get that ball over the plane.
Nearly 35 minutes of football before we get our first score. Unbelievable. Great play from both sides before Bondi finally able to break through. And the extra points up and good as well.
Cameron Creechan's point after attempt is good.
And a kick makes it 2 points, so an 8-0 Campbell Toyota lead.
That makes the score
With under
8-0
a minute to
Campbell
go
Toyota.
in the third quarter, 51 seconds remaining. So now all the pressure on Auto Parts Centers to answer the bell. An entertaining game of football so far, but also frustrating for both offenses up until this point, that they've had great drives, but they just weren't able to get any points whatsoever.
Yeah, it's tough. You have those long drives, and then you don't come away with any points. You know, you go basically the length of a football field. You get to the red zone, even inside the 10-yard line, then you don't punch it in, and then you hand the ball right over, and the other team does the same. It's difficult, but well, credit to Campbell Toyota. They're the first ones to break through here. Now it's up to Auto Parts Center, APC, to respond.
Off the Cameron Cregan kick, picked up by number 10, Adam Pearson for Auto Parts Center. And
Adam Pearson
he
returns
determines
the ball.
his own starting point for
Stopped by Liam
when he
Henderson.
returns to quarterback. It'll be around the 40-yard line
APC will take
in
over
the
at their own
APC
40-yard
territory
line.
here.
First
So
down.
they have possession here, trying to do just what Campbell Toyota did and score a major. What could be the final play of the third quarter coming up here in the first play of this drive for Auto Parts Centers. And another play here, and off the trick play, in and out of the hands of Shepanowski.
Stepanowski almost.
Looked like he had it in his chest, but just wasn't able to hang on to it. And it squirts out to 2nd and 10 coming up here for Auto Parts Center as we're getting ready to begin quarter number 4.
Yeah, Shepanowski made the adjustment, and you're right, Mike. Looked like he got right into his chest, but then fell out on his way down to the ground, unfortunately, for APC.
So we're done 3 quarters here in the Bantam Championship for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. And it's an 8-0 lead for Campbell Toyota. But still plenty of time here for Auto Parts Centers to get back into this game, but they need a pretty good drive here.
Now begins the fourth quarter on their own 40, 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd and 10. Quarterback still has it. Pearson in a world of trouble. 3 gold jerseys on him. There's a flag that comes flying out.
Adam Pearson keeps the ball. Flag on the play. Max Cordero and Jared Millard in on the stop.
Oh, there's
That's
the call.
going to be big for Auto Parts Centers there as a face mask against Campbell Toyota.
Campbell Toyota's going to move the ball 15 yards.
Yeah, that call going against Max Cordero. They're saying that Cordero got a piece of the face mask. That's a major penalty. That's 15 yards and a fresh set of downs now for Auto Parts Center.
And right off that major score, that's something you cannot do on defense. Give a gift to the opposition like that. So we'll see if Auto Parts Center can turn this into something big as they keep it on the ground, going up the middle for a minimal gain. About a 3-yard pickup on the ground that time for Auto Parts Centers.
Trey Postma with the carry.
Postma on the ground.
Stopped by Brendan Bondi. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Ball comes back to number 32, and this is going to result in a loss here for APC as Ethan Lutz had the football, but a whole bunch of gold jerseys came right after him off of the start. He had nowhere to go, so he drops back a bunch of yards. And this is going to bring up about a 3rd and 11 here.
The result of that play is going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, all this offense, hard to believe we've got just 1 touchdown in this game so far. These teams have just marched up and down this football field and just haven't been able to punch it in except for on 1 occasion.
Thanks to an interception and a turnover on downs deep in enemy territory, 1 on either side. This could be a different football game if they were able to convert. Now they go to the air, and this one intended for Belleville falls incomplete.
Pass intended for Keegan Maville.
As Pearson was not able to connect with him, so 4th down and long coming up here for Auto Parts Centers.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to go for it or bring on the punting team.
From APC's 54-yard line.
Well, it looks like we've got a timeout here from Auto Parts Center.
Called timeout.
So they're going to talk this one over.
8-0 lead for Campbell Toyota. They scored the major on their last possession. Took almost 3 full quarters to find points in this football game. And now trying desperately to answer the bell is APC as they talk it over in the huddle. And with the long possessions we've had earlier on in this football game, 9.5 minutes left to go, you really don't know if Auto Parts Center is going to get the football back after whatever happens on this play.
No kidding. Hard to believe that's what we're saying, but you're right, that could be the case.
So a fairly important play here on 4th and long. 4th and 11. Quarterback again in a lot of trouble. And Pearson fights for his proverbial life there. Gets maybe 2, but this is going to result in a turnover on downs right at midfield.
They
Good
tried
swarming defense there by Campbell Toyota. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, sorry about that, Mike. They go with the fake pitch there and the quarterback keeper, but really that Campbell Toyota defense not fooled at all, playing it very well, staying at home, and not much of a gain there for APC, and Campbell Toyota able to get that football back to their offense, and really key here, able to take some time off the clock and perhaps add to their lead.
I'm sure they will be, as you mentioned, trying to get a lot of time off the clock. Nice pass up the middle. Tatsu grabbing it, still on his feet, and finally gets tripped up past the 35-yard line.
Brandon Tatsu with a nice reception.
A Tatsu from Millard.
Stopped by Christopher Rupert.
And some very good field position here now for Campbell Toyota, up by 8 points.
And that throw from Millard, a rocket. I mean, that thing was on a rope, and Millard hit Tatsu right in stride. He didn't have to break his stride at all, and picked up some nice yardage after the catch. Fresh set of downs now for Campbell Toyota.
From the 32. Millard keeping the football, and he's got some room to move. Getting around a couple of defenders, getting up to around the 20-yard line, past the 20.
Millard weaves his way through traffic.
So the quarterback takes matters into his own hands there, keeps the ball marching, and the chains moving as well. 7.5 to play in this 4th quarter. His team up by 8. And you better believe they're looking for another major score here.
Nice job by Millard there. They fake the end around, and he keeps it, completely fools the defense. Weaves his way through a couple defenders and nearly breaks away, finally dragged down, but a nice gain and another fresh set of downs.
Here's Millard, and right away as the snap was taken, flag comes out. Maybe a procedure call here, and that's exactly what it is against the Campbell Toyota squad. That'll back it up 5 yards, so 1st and 15 from the 20. Slowing down some momentum here for Campbell Toyota. Now 1st and 15, 20-yard line is where the ball is. Clock back in motion with 6:38 to go in the 4th quarter. Quarterback trying to find his man. And Millard's pass falls incomplete. Henderson, the intended receiver, 2nd and 15.
Looked like it might have been Zachary McGlynn on the coverage there that nearly came up with the interception. Just, I think it might have just gone right through his hands.
Another timeout called here, and this one is going to be with Campbell Toyota.
Campbell Toyota, timeout.
2nd and 15 coming up here.
Boy, I know we've said it once already, but now that we've got the stop in the action, the conditions here this evening are phenomenal for football. I mean, considering some of the weather we've had, it's really gotten cold this last part of October, but tonight, I mean, throughout the day we had sunshine, warmer temperatures, and tonight it's just the milder temperatures have stuck around for this football game, and really made it enjoyable for everybody here that's in attendance, and certainly for the players as well. A great game to be at, to watch tonight, very comfortable out there, and a lot of spectators here tonight, I'm sure appreciating that as well.
After the timeout, 2nd and 15 for Campbell Toyota. And some room to move, heading right towards the end zone. And a touchdown! Campbell Toyota, and Brendan Bondi heads in for the major score. 6 more points for his team. And now it's a 14-0 lead for Campbell Toyota. Extra points pending here.
Good strong run there from Bondi. His 2nd touchdown of this game. He's got both majors for that Campbell Toyota squad.
Here's Cregan trying to add 2 more. Kick is up and through. It's a 16-0 lead now, as that kick worth 2 points. And Campbell Toyota solidifying their position here over APC. Only 5:43 remaining in this football game. Still time for APC to come back, but that task just got a lot tougher there.
Yeah, it certainly did. Nice drive there from Campbell Toyota, capped by that big run from Brendan Bondi. Beautiful tackling up and, beautiful blocking ahead of him, and basically just weaved his way around his blockers and went into the end zone virtually untouched. So an impressive drive by Campbell Toyota. You wonder, almost maybe perhaps sensing that had they gotten into the end zone there, it would be very tough for Auto Parts Center to get back into this one, trailing 16-0 with just under 6 minutes to go.
The line drive kick. And now it gets past a couple of the APC players. They're back to retrieve it behind the 30-yard line. Bringing it back to around the 30.
Ball for APC. Andrew Carroll with the stop on the play.
So a daunting task here for Auto Parts Centers, down by 16 points, just over 5 minutes to play in this 4th quarter. So they've got to get the offense on the same page, and they've got to work quickly, because this clock doesn't stop very often.
No, it really doesn't. It really does move, and they're going to need some big chunks of yardage here. Auto Parts Center are to climb back into this one, with the clock certainly their enemy.
They keep it on the ground and not a lot doing there.
Katie Young takes the ball up the middle.
Young was the running back that time around. And he basically got right back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming up for APC. And 32 now with the pass and a nice toss, just not able to come down with it was Shepanowski after Lutz threw that one up. Lutz got the football from Pearson, threw it up in the air, and that was a pretty nice toss. And Shepanowski just lost it at the last moment.
Yeah, it looked like he had a shot at it for sure, but hard to tell with Shepanowski having his back to us there exactly where that ball landed, but looked like he definitely had a shot at it to haul it in, and those are the kinds of plays they're going to need. They need the big chunks of yardage here. We're under 4 minutes now, 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go, and now we've got a timeout from Auto Parts Center, but just 3:40 to go in this game, and they trail by 2 majors. Everything working against them at this point, although we saw very recently in the NFL the Detroit Lions with a big comeback against the Dallas Cowboys, really showing you that it's not over till it's over.
You really got to throw that in there, eh? You got to throw that in there whenever you can.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it wasn't against your Green Bay Packers, so it shouldn't bother you, really. Yeah, that'll be Thanksgiving Day. The Lions put that win on your friends, Green Bay.
So cute when you have a bunch of Lions fans up at the broadcast booth. Really a cute sign. Really cute.
Well, really, you know what? You're not really that outnumbered because the person sitting next to you, I believe, is a Packers fan as well. Right.
It's quite okay.
So, yet we're still friends so for some reason. I don't know why.
3:40 to go in the 4th quarter. 16-0 for Campbell Toyota. APC with the football. And the football comes onto the hands of number 20, Maville. And he throws the football. Pass is caught, and now
ball changed hands a few times there with Keegan Maville completing a pass to Adam Pearson. Stopped by Brendan
Pearson
Bondi.
Turned into the receiver after he initially gives the football to Maville.
Brings up 4th down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup there for APC, but still a large task ahead of them. 4th down and 4, clock running, 3 minutes to go. And Campbell Toyota up by 16. They've got to keep it going here. And Pearson again with a lot of pressure trying to get that 1st down yardage. I think he actually got it.
Adam Pearson squeezed
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. He did. Wow, Pearson, what an effort to get that 1st down. I thought he was going to get sacked. I don't know how he got out of that crowd of defenders, but Pearson somehow turns magician, gets out of that backfield, and manages to pick up the 1st down.
Good job by Adam Pearson to keep possession of the football up to the 40-yard line. 2:18 to go in the 4th quarter. 16-0 Campbell Toyota. So APC's got to turn up the tempo a little bit here. And they keep the football and just run it right up the middle.
Oh, Pearson took a big shot there.
Gain of close to 3 yards.
Trevor Booth makes the tackle.
Down to 2 minutes to go in this football game. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 7 coming up here for Auto Parts Centers.
You mentioned it. Auto Parts Center's really got to get things moving here. Under 2 minutes to go, and they need 2 scores. If they can get into the end zone on this drive, you know, they leave themselves enough time. They could go for that onside kick, but they got to focus on getting into the end zone first.
Ball able to get close to midfield, up to around the 54-yard line. So 1st down run there for APC. That's Young on the carry. And right at midfield is the football. 93 seconds to go in this game.
1st down.
Good run there from Katie Young to get the first down. Pretty good chunky yardage there on that run.
If APC wants a shot here to get back in this football game, they need a giant play very soon. And instead, quarterback scrambling to get back to the line of scrimmage. He gets maybe a couple of yards at the end there as Pearson keeps it. 1:05 remaining.
Stopped by Trevor Booth after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Pearson, that's tough. He's dropping back to pass there, trying to make a big play, but just no time. That defense of Campbell Toyota just swarming right now and not really giving Auto Parts Center any room to maneuver.
45 seconds remaining, 2nd and 7 here for APC. And with the football here, a minimal pickup. That's Lutz that had the carry. Got right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Under a half-minute to play. Campbell Toyota looks poised to bring home the Bantam championship again. In what was a scoreless game for a long, long time until the very last part of the third quarter. And Campbell Toyota's been taken away since then. And speaking of being taken away, the football gets picked off by Campbell Toyota. Bondi picks it off as Lutz chucked that one up in the air. That's pretty much going to seal the deal here for Campbell Toyota to bring home their 2nd consecutive Bantam championship with just 7.8 seconds left to go. So they pretty much put a stamp on that one with that interception.
Yeah, it almost seems fitting, too, that Bondi comes up with the pick. He had the 2 touchdown runs in this game for Campbell Toyota and then comes up with the interception to end it for Campbell Toyota to repeat as champions once again this year.
And he's your proverbial player of the game, Brendan Bondi, with a giant performance here tonight as Campbell Toyota Bantam champions with the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Day of champions here with the Pee Wee and Bantam. A great job by both teams. Campbell Toyota with a 16-0 win over Auto Parts Centers, and we want to thank those businesses for sponsoring Chatham-Kent Cougar football this season. Campbell Toyota, Richmond Street, and APC Auto Parts Centers as well. So congrats to the champions in the Bantam division. 16-0 Campbell Toyota over Auto Parts Centers. So again, another good day of football, a doubleheader here, Michael, and fall football. There's nothing really quite like it.
No, fabulous, and just great to see the growth of the organization, the growth of the youth football movement, and the quality of football that's being played in Chatham-Kent. It's so positive. Gives the kids a great outlet, and you know what? It's just phenomenal to see the talent level that there is in this region, and the coaches do a great job with these kids, and it just bodes so well for the future of football, not only in this area, but I mean for the entire country. Really, I mean you're always seeing the talent level rise and rise and rise, and it's because of organizations like the Chatham-Kent Cougars that happens. So great to see some good football out here tonight. Certainly, we're not disappointed at all in either game.
Absolutely. In the earlier game, two championship games in the Pee Wee division. Enviro Clean Car Dogwash defeating Exercise MD, so they brought home the Pee Wee championship. And now Campbell Toyota with a 16-0 win over Auto Parts Center, APC, and they get the Bantam trophies here. So on behalf of Michael James with 95.1 The Rock here in Chatham, my name is Mike Renier with the CFCO here in Chatham. Wishing you a great night. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out the Cougars website for all the information, Chatham-Kent Cougars.com. With that, my name is Mike Renier. Have yourself a wonderful night with the Cougars football on TV Cogeco.